Hey guys, we're back with another AMA. We're at AMA 24, and today we have a special guest again.
Am I that special?
Yeah.
It's Gribbly.
It's really once a month seeing you on the Rec Room YouTube channel, so it is a very special, indeed having you on. So yeah, can you give us a little update of how you were doing and just a little bit of a Gribbly update?
Sure. All right, well, what's a good Gribbly update? Well, I've been busy. We've been kind of like slowly but surely coming back into the office has been a big thing. So I've been meeting people at the office and kind of hanging out and saying hi. So it's been really, really nice, after the year of pandemic and everything, to spend a bit more time with live humans in the office, chat face to face. That's been fun. Other than that, just been busy as always,
Let us know how you guys are doing too with whole coming back into the normal again. So that's really exciting, just seeing everyone again. All right, so just letting you guys know that this is going to be a very short AMA. So we had kind of gathered the big questions for this one. Lower expectations of duration, that's all. Okay, all right. Because people are expecting like a 30-minute AMA. I'm like, I don't think it's going to get that far, but yeah.
I can just make really long answers.
There you go. All right. Well, that's totally up to you. Absolutely. So, all right. Our first question. Let's do it. It's from KinGamer06 and 360 Senpai and RR Werewolf. All right. They ask, what specifically has been making development of the new RO so slow since Stuntrunner? And that was when I personally noticed a large lack of ROs that weren't just quickly updates to the existing modes. And then the next one is, please, for all that is good, when are you going to take a break from adding more stuff and focus on fixing what is already here? The third one from RR Wolf, he asks, can we get the next update focusing on not adding anything new and instead working on the bug fixes and optimizing code? Every update manages to bring new bugs, and so it would be really nice for a game to actually run smoothly this time around. No UI updates, no maker pin additions, just bug fixes.
Yeah. No, we always welcome all questions and all feedback. It's all good. So I feel like there's kind of two questions there. There's one is, what are we doing and why are RROs taking so long? And the other one is, hey, there's a bunch of bugs. Stop updating stuff, fix the bugs, right? So let's talk about the RROs first. So, I mean, the answer to the question was kind of in the question in that, the tutorial was an RRO. That is the team that makes them. I understand that if you're a long-term player and you're like used to playing quests and paintball and laser tag, the tutorial is not really what you're looking for. But we really want to make sure that new players are having a great experience coming on. So I mean that's the honest answer to the question is what was the team doing? Building the tutorial. It's really important. And we have had a ton of feedback from new players that they really, really appreciate that feedback, that tutorial. And it really helps them understand how to play the game and how to be better Rec Room community members. So I get it. I totally understand. It's not, what you're looking for if you're a laser tag player or whatever, but that is the answer. That's what we're doing. Like I've said before, we are working on new RROs. We will have information to share pretty soon, and we'll be happy to talk about it as soon as we're ready. So appreciate the patience. Appreciate the question, totally get it, but that's the honest answer. We're working on things like the tutorial, which distract us a little bit from making new RRO content. On the bug stuff, so that's kind of been a discussion of we always try and find the balance between obviously updating and adding new things and keeping things running as smoothly as we can and avoiding bugs. We often go through a cycle where, new features have bugs. Then there are some kind of longer lasting bugs that take us a while to fix. I get it. It's, we're always kind of talking about it internally about what's the right balance. I think we will do a little bit of cleanup soon. We will try and focus on anything really impactful. I know there's a pretty big bug in the latest update with the seats we just added, so we'll get that cleaned up soon. Please know that is something that we're paying attention to. We actually do have pretty good analytics on some of our major bugs, and so I know we made some really good progress on a bunch of common crashes. There was an issue on the Quest not so long ago where we were getting a lot of black screens on loading. We cleaned that one up. There was a bunch of crashes that were happening on PlayStation. We cleaned those up. So that's not to say everything's perfect. I know there's plenty of other bugs and irritations. We'll do our best to squash them as we go, and I appreciate the feedback, and we'll take that kind of urgency and criticism as input into our prioritization, because as we hear people kind of going, hey, you guys, this is getting a bit too buggy, we can take that back as a team and kind of go, okay, maybe it's time to spend a little bit more time cleaning up. So thanks for the feedback. Appreciate it.
Yeah, I appreciate the question, guys. And from what I've seen and what I've experienced before, when it comes to new players that haven't played the previous years, they say that they love the orientation from what I've seen. So
Yeah.
we really appreciate that too. So we understand the feedback behind like new ROs, but it's not gameplay or anything like that. But in reality, it's really important for Rec Room to have an actual like orientation room. Question comes from Video Game Man. That's a really interesting name there.
It's the Video Game Man.
It's the video game name.
There was more than one, but I guess this is just one. It's a pleasure to meet you, Video Game
Yeah,
Man.
nice to meet you too. He asks, do you plan on making a boss outfit? That's very interesting. Like the Bog Monster, maybe some sort of Goblin King barrel costume, or maybe a Crimson Witch outfit.
Got it.
That's pretty creative. Yeah.
So those are fun ideas. And so, I mean, one thing is there is a Bog Monster outfit. So that one actually already exists. And I think if you go look in the paintball merch booth, that's where you would find that. The other ones were the Witch. So we do have witch items as well. You can get witch items in the store. So there's a bunch of fun witch stuff.
Oh, that's right.
And then the barrel goblin one. That's a really fun idea. That's a fun idea. That one we'll just add to the list of kind of clothing requests for at some point in the future. But that's a really fun idea. But yeah.
All right. Our next question comes from Jones the Wizard. He asks, what benefits does the new UI format bring to the devs? There has been a bit of feedback from the community, and I was just wondering what positive aspects of it do you have determined to finish it?
Yeah. So, the question is about the new UI, like, for people who, I guess everyone's noticed, but like, we have two UI systems. There's the old one and then the new one. It's like the watch is kind of half and half.
Yeah.
The new one is much, much faster for us to build and iterate on. It's much easier for our artists and designers to work on without needing our programmer to help them all the way. So it's just much easier for us to maintain. It's much more extensible for us. And so, we know that we definitely hear the feedback, and we are continuing to work on it. Like we're far from done kind of improving it. So we love to get the feedback. It's very helpful to hear, the issues people have with it. Hopefully it's working pretty well for most people. We do have some more pretty big updates coming soon. But yeah, the main advantage is really like on the production side, it's just much, much quicker and easier, and honestly, much less buggy. Once it's kind of implemented, it's much more stable. So yeah, the advantages are really it's way easier for us to work with internally. The old system was kind of fun. I know it's colorful and it's got some fun kind of pressy buttons,
right.
But it was kind of a real mess and very, very hard for us to maintain. So yeah, that's the advantage for us. Much easier to work with.
Yeah, I remember like the previous UI, you had to go through like at least like 3 or 4 menus to get to where you want to go to. This one kind of like at least take it like a mini step back a little bit. So just that one page just really helps quite a bit.
Well, that's a good way to express the advantage, which I think was the question too. Is like the new system allows us to kind of make changes so much easier that we can kind of keep tweaking it based on feedback and make it better over time. So just make it quicker and easier to find things and do more experiments and kind of like change things around. We can also just kind of make it easier to browse much larger lists of content and sort things better and blah, blah, blah. So it's really like the whole system was designed to be much, much easier and quicker for us to iterate on. That's the advantage.
Yeah. Thank you so much for the question. We appreciate that. All right. Our next question comes from That's Devin. He has 2 questions, actually. He has, 1, are we ever going to get a customizable graphics option like textures, model details, and shadows? And 2, can there be an option for Rec Rail to remove the grass? Because right now, if someone is playing in Quest 2, they cannot see the grass and it puts them at an advantage against other people on other platforms.
So yeah, on the kind of detail options, so we're doing some work right now actually to sort of re-choose our quality settings. So I think that's what you'll see us do there is kind of like tweak our quality settings to be a lot more sane. We don't plan to give individual controls over shadows and stuff like that, although never say never, we might do that at some point in the future. But we're actually kind of going through and improving the quality settings because they're a little bit bonkers the way they work right now. And so we're going back over and kind of like sorting them out a lot better to hopefully get better perf on especially some of our lower end platforms, but also just have things kind of bucketed in a much more sane way. So you'll see an update to the quality settings coming pretty soon. I don't know exactly when that ships, but that's what we'll do. As for the grass on Quest 2, I'll take that feedback to the Rec Royale folks. I'm not sure how possible that is to get the grass like working on Quest 2. It's just the platform doesn't want to support it from a performance point of view. But I'll take that feedback and we'll see what we can do.
So the next question comes from McFlurry. Will there be a platform mode on Quest and Quest 2 and on PSVR? I find my frames dropping a lot, many times in places where I don't care about graphics.
Right. So like I think this is similar to the quality settings question or the kind of performance options question. So yeah, I think the next thing we'll do here is, like I said, we're going back and through and re-choosing some of the quality settings and frankly making them a lot more sane because they were set up in a way that's it's kind of we haven't looked at it in a long time. It's gotten pretty strange in places. So I think that'll be the next step in kind of like trying to get a more consistent frame rate on PSVR platforms like that. Is getting those quality settings to be more sensible. So we're working on it.
Oh, gotcha. Thank you so much for the question, McFlurry. Skello on RR, he asks, can we get a clue to as what the next RO is?
No. I can tell you what it's not.
Yeah, it's
it is not an ice cream shop simulator. No, the
ice cream shop. Yeah.
I don't mean to be a tease, but we will have more to say soon. Yeah, we're getting close to being ready to talk about it. So just be patient. Just be patient. I don't want to say anything right now.
Yeah, all I can say really though, guys. I don't want to be overhyped or anything, but guys, the hype is real. So stay tuned for that. Oh, it's exciting. So, it's beautiful. It's beautiful. So
I'm just not gonna say anything. All I'm gonna say is just wait. Just wait.
Just wait. Oh, can I say that in the video? Are you okay with that? What I just said?
Yeah, you can say whatever you want, Harry.
No, I definitely can't. Playful face, yes. First of all, will Crescendo be on Quest? That's a very, very popular question. I don't really mind it, but I clip through every keyboard and self-scale, it's really whack. And I was messing with it earlier, and some people that don't know the teleport feature is out of scale is a curse. The invisibility, as someone who has made a few games, getting rid of the invisibility problem shouldn't be hard for you. Need to look into server side and client side.
I see. So yeah, all right. So the few different bug reports and I think so. Let me see if I can remember them. So yeah, the config menu interfering with the keyboard. That one should be fixed either in this update or next update. So check again. That one should be fixed. What was the second one? The second one was... We would love to bring Crescendo to Quest 2, but we can't right now.
Yeah, self-scale. That one's, he said?
Oh, self-scale. I think that should be fixed in the next update as well, I believe.
Okay.
So yeah, I think there was just some bugs. Yeah, and like people not knowing how to teleport out. We're working on self-scale at the moment. And so hopefully we can make it a little bit kind of easier to get in and out of. But yeah, we got to fix the bugs with that. So that's getting worked on.
And the last one's going to be invisibility to some players who made a few games.
Oh, so yeah, I think in the question it said invisibility, but I think from context, I think the question is about the invincibility bug. I believe is fixed. Fixed.
Is it? Okay.
So I think that one, so I think the keyboard and the config menu should be fixed. The self-scale one's getting worked on, and I believe the invincibility bug should be fixed. We finally had a breakthrough on that one. I know that one's been around for a long time. But we believe it's fixed. So if you see that one, if you see the invincible thing in Rec Royale or whatever, let us know, because we'd love to know if it still happens. We think it's fixed. We hope it's fixed. Please, please, please.
Yeah, please report that to us, guys, if you guys can. Let us know that it is up to date. And message us in the comments. We really appreciate that. You can also report bugs on Rec Room Happy Fox as well, too. And also the dev vlog, I think, there as well. Yeah, so I'll put a link up there too, down there for sure. The next question comes from Nathan_Barry. He asks, will we ever get a dynamic lighting? So the idea that the maker pin lights can cast shadows or volumetric lighting. I think that this would be at a lot of lights don't go through the walls.
Yeah. So I mean, not soon. That's not something that we're kind of looking at right now. We got a lot of other stuff ahead of it in the queue on the creation tools. But we could imagine doing something like that in the future. I think it would cost more ink, because it's a more expensive calculation to have figure out the light collision and stop it and or cast shadows. So yeah, great suggestion. Love the idea, but not something that we're working on anytime soon.
Okay, thank you so much for the update. All right, our last question for the AMA. I know it's really short, guys, like we said before, so sorry about that. But we're going to end it with Marksman646. Are you ready for the last question? All right, let's do this. Okay. He asks, Could we ever see the playing cards from the lounge added to the maker pin object? Oh yeah, that's pretty fun. I forgot all about that one.
Yeah, that would be a cool one. I think what we need to do there is get those cards to work well for screen players. Because that kind of is like a pretty weird experience for screen players, and we wouldn't want to put something in the maker pen which is just like, hey, completely not usable on a different platform. But yeah, we'll have to add it. So I think what we'll need to do is make them work on screens first, and then look at putting them in the maker pen. But so yeah, I wouldn't say that's going to happen soon, but yeah, it's a very cool idea.
We really appreciate all the amazing questions you guys put on the AMA this week. Any final thoughts for you, Gribbly?
No, definitely a shorter batch of questions this week, but we appreciate the feedback as always. Yeah, just like we're always happy to hear feedback, always love to hear from people. And yeah, hope everyone's doing well out there.
Yeah, thank you again so much, guys, for all the great questions we have. And again, if you guys don't see your questions, maybe you guys can definitely resubmit it. Next AMA, all links will be posted down there under the description. And let us know what you guys think about the new ROs. We're always interested in hearing that. So
we'll have stuff to talk about soon.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Patience. And again, guys, I just want to say thank you again to Gribbly over here, just being here with us, enjoying the AMA.
My pleasure.
Yeah, absolutely. It's always been fun having you, Gribbly. And again, guys, if you haven't already, please go check out all the contest rooms. These are really great. It's beautiful, and a lot of people spend a lot of time in these rooms. Yeah. So make sure you guys
100%
put some cheers out there for them as well too. That's great. All right, guys, have a wonderful day, have a wonderful weekend, guys. We'll see you very soon in the next AMA. Please leave a like, comment, subscribe.
We'll
for Everything Rec Room. Bye.
Please leave a like, comment, and subscribe.